welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on Urban Decay Stay Naked Foundation and Concealer. If you do want to see a review and a demo, please keep watching. This is what the packaging looks like for the foundation. It says Urban Decay Stay Naked, and then I did also purchase the concealer as well. You do have the shade name here at the top, and then on the side it does have some information about the product, and then on the back you do have the ingredients on both sides. The foundation shade that I did purchase is in the shade 60CG. My master tone was cool, and then my undertone was green. The concealer shade that I did purchase was in the shade 60NN medium dark, and it's neutral. They do have this chart here that I did find quite interesting on Ulta on how to find your shade. The first thing you select is your shade crew. So you either choose if you're ultra fair, light, medium dark, deep, or ultra deep, which I really think was fascinating in my opinion. The shade category that I chose was medium dark. That kind of looked like my skin complexion. The second step was your master tone. So they do have 3 different master tones. They have cool, which burns easily. You have purple or blue veins. The second master tone was neutral, that bakes then burns in the sun, so you have blue or green veins. The third master tone was warm, where it says bring on the sun, where you have green or olive veins. I wasn't really sure if I was a neutral or a warm, but I did purchase neutral just to be on the safe side. The third thing you had to decide was on the undertone. They do have different undertones. They have a pink rosy undertone, a blue plum undertone, a green olive undertone, a neutral undertone, a yellow golden undertone, an orange peachy, or red rich undertone. Hopefully the shade does match me. So let's go ahead and open up the packaging. The foundation retails for $39 and the concealer retails for $29. Here we have a close-up of what the packaging looks like. This is a plastic bottle. I thought it would be glass, and it does come with a pump. It says stay naked here, and it has this little cutout here. 1 fluid ounce of product, or 30 millimeters. So let's go ahead and pump some of this out. Here's one pump of what the foundation looks like. It is very watery, it's runny. It's kind of surprising to me because I expected a little bit more from the formula. Let's see if this shade does match me. I should have probably chosen the warm undertone, but I could always go back and exchange it. This does come in 50 different shades. We'll see if this foundation does oxidize. I will be using 2 different tools when applying this foundation. On the left side of my face, I'm going to be using my brush, and on the right side of my face, I'm going to be using my damp beauty blender. I'm just going to take a little bit more of that foundation from the back of my hand. I'm just going to finish dotting it on this side. Just taking my clean brush, I'm going to stipple this in. I really do like the coverage so far. I'm going to be building up the coverage of this foundation. This is one layer of what the foundation looks like. It's covering, but I do want to build on this foundation. So I'm going to pump out 2 more pumps. So right underneath here, I did pump out my first pump of the foundation. And then on top of that, I pumped up a fresh pump. I'm going to be doing another pump here. There's another fresh pump. You can definitely see that this foundation oxidizes. This shade might work for me. It's going to take a little bit more. Imagine if I did purchase this foundation in a darker shade. It wouldn't look that great. I'm going to finish stippling in this foundation. I did forget to mention to you guys, I did already prime and moisturize my face. For moisturizer, I did go in with my Drunk Alpine Polypeptide Cream. For primer today, I did go in with my Too Faced Hangover Primer. Here's what the coverage looks like using 2 pumps of the foundation. We're going to see what this foundation looks like using my damp beauty blender. I'm just going to be taking a little bit more of what I have on the back of my hand. I applied 2 layers of the foundation using my damp beauty blender. I definitely think my damp beauty blender did soak up the majority of the product. I'm going to be using a little bit more of the foundation. I'm going to be using 2 more pumps. I'm just going to apply it where I need it. Here's what the foundation looks like using the beauty blender side. We have the brush side once more. I do feel like this shade still looks a little bit golden in my opinion, but I don't think it's dried down yet. I can still feel it rubbing off. I do want to read what it does say here in bold letters. It says, flexible, breathable, real skin matte finish, medium buildable coverage, does not transfer. It says it doesn't transfer, but when I press my fingers against my skin, it clearly transferred. Maybe the foundation has not dried down yet, so let's give it a couple of minutes because we still have to apply the concealer. Minimize the appearance of pores, stay true to color, waterproof. I don't know about that. It's a vegan formula, does not contain animal-derived ingredients or byproducts. I pumped out one more pump of the foundation on the back of my hand. We have a fresh swatch, and then here's a dried down version. Now let's apply the concealer. The shade that I did purchase the concealer in is in the shade 60NN. Here's a closer look of what the concealer looks like. Let's open her up. Ooh, it does come with a very nice doe foot. It's kind of slanted, it's kind of pointed at the same time. Let's do the swatch here. So here we have the concealer. Ooh, that looks kind of light. The concealer does come in 25 different shades. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3 little dots. I'm just gonna be using my damp beauty blender to blend it out. This concealer does look, wow, that is super brightening. I look like I'm awake on this side of my face with the brush. I really do like the brush side way better than the beauty blender side. I was thinking about just doing the concealer on the left side of my face and then on the right side no concealer, but I do want to cover up this darkness that I do have underneath my eye. I don't normally do like the downward triangle. It doesn't work for me. I will be setting this concealer with my Too Faced Peach Perfect Setting Powder. Just going to take a little bit, set underneath the eyes. I'm going to be applying some mascara and I'll be right back. I added mascara to my lashes and I added a lip. For mascara today, I am wearing this mascara by Well People. I bought this mascara at Ulta. It was in their new arrival section. They do have a lot of products. So far, I'm liking this mascara. The lip shade that I do have on is by Kylie Cosmetics. This is in the shade Savage. Her Velvet Liquid Lipsticks. I like Kylie's Velvet formulas, but I do prefer her matte shades. Here's another close-up of what the foundation does look like. Again, I do feel like this foundation is a bit too golden for me. I should have chosen a warm undertone instead of a golden undertone. I'm not sure why I didn't do that. Before I do go, I do want to show you guys a dried down version of the concealer. I'm going to be swatching the concealer again. Swatch the concealer right here so you can see how bright that concealer is, and then it does dry down a little bit darker. We will see how this foundation does perform throughout my entire day. I will check back in with you guys at the end of the night to see how this foundation does perform, and I will see you guys then. Hey guys, so it is the end of the night of me testing out the Urban Decay Stay Naked Foundation. This is what the foundation is currently looking like. Looking at the foundation close up, you can see that the foundation did crack all around my mouth. I think that's because I was eating, drinking today. I was talking a lot today. There was so much stuff I had to do today. Crack a lot around here as well. I expected to be oilier than I currently am. I am a little bit dewy. My foundation looks really good. It looks like this shade does match me perfectly. When I first did apply this foundation, it did look a bit too golden for me. When everything did sink in, it did look really nice on my skin. Looking at the foundation close up in the mirror, I do like both sides, using the beauty blender side and the brush side. I do have a tissue here and I'm going to blot one side of my face. I'm going to blot this side. Here's how much of the foundation did come off. I definitely think if I blot throughout my day, the foundation would look like this. I've been wearing this foundation for 10 and a half hours now. The concealer, I was really surprised how it did brighten up my under eye. I did not expect this concealer to be so light, but it works with this foundation. I never set my entire face with a setting powder. I just set my under eyes, and it looks really nice, really natural. I will be testing out this foundation with different primers, different setting sprays, different setting powders, and I will check back in with you guys at the end of the week to let you guys know my final thoughts on this foundation. And I will see you guys then. Hey guys, so it is the end of the week of me testing out the Urban Decay Stay Naked Foundation. My final thoughts on this foundation is that I love how this foundation does wear throughout my day. The first day that I did apply this foundation on my face did cling on to dry patches. Throughout my week wearing this foundation, I started to fall in love. At first, this foundation does apply very golden on me. As you guys can see right now, I just finished applying. It does tend to oxidize throughout my day. It does become the perfect match for me. The shade that I did purchase is in the shade 60CG. I also really do like the packaging. It is plastic. I do want to show you guys a close-up of how much foundation I did use. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but the foundation is like slowly dripping down here. You can see a little bit is kind of not there anymore, but I'm kind of down here. That's one thing about these. You can't really tell like if you're almost out unless the pump just stops pumping out. I'm moving on to Stay Naked Correcting Concealer. I love this concealer. I did not expect this concealer to be so brightening. I am currently wearing the concealer as well. You guys can see how brightening it is. I look very awake. I would highly recommend you guys checking out the foundation and the concealer. If you guys do get a chance, go into Ulta. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have tried this foundation. What are your thoughts so far? I would love to know. Before I do end this video, I do want to share with you guys the lipstick shade that I am currently wearing. This is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in the shade Coconut. It did come in a little set. I also did a review on that. If you guys are interested, I will link it right over here in the cards. If you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.